What are the signs that your high performers are not doing okay at work anymore? How close are they to burnout? The work environment is a big part of how much your high performers will overwork. Is overworking encouraged with questions and meetings outside of work hours? Not encouraging them to take true vacations and uninterrupted time off from work? Do you have work travel on weekends? That's a big one I see. And giving them more work than they can humanly handle. Support questions they don't answer honestly as they continue to overwork to try to make a dent in their workload. None of these are good and will lead high performers onto a path to burnout. No one wants that. Hi, I'm Lisa Gornall. As a spiritual medium and energy coach, I have personally experienced burnout twice in my career. I let myself down, my team, and employers, and my family. Burnout, stress leave, and constantly being overworked are completely preventable with the right support. I can help. I'm going to share with you the 4 signs that I've personally noticed that tells me a high performer is starting to check out and burn out. Let's dive in. So here's the 4 signs that high performers are on a path to burnout. The first one, high performers aren't known to do these things. So if they are, they're your warning signs. So the first one is using their PTO. High performers typically lose PTO from not using it. Very common, right? If they're starting to use it, while that is good, do a solid check on them and make sure that they're doing okay. This is your first red flag as an employer. I had a client that started using her PTO time to extend weekends and for job interviews. You want to check in immediately if you see this change. Another thing you want to watch out for is if they're getting sick or injured often. I see this one all the time. Often, the only way a high performer gets to rest is if they get sick or injured. That was me. It was true for me, and it's true for your high performers that don't have support. While these aren't things that they do intentionally, these are things that take them down. I had a client this year that had to have a double knee replacement surgery. On top of that, she kept getting sick with everything from COVID to sinus infections, and then she had complications from both surgeries, all of which made her frustrated because she couldn't work. She was, at this point, the definition of overworked and on a path to burnout. As she started to realize rest was her key to her healing with me, she started to find ways to recharge on the weekend instead of working more. Both knees are now healed, but she was given a lot of physicians ordered time off in the process. She didn't even get to have fun. All she did was heal. Another warning sign is if your high performers are performing less. There is a point where the high performer realizes that doing more isn't the answer because they keep getting more to do. The list doesn't end and the pile just keeps growing, often more than other team members. They start to feel overwhelmed, exhausted, and at their breaking point. And these are their words, by the way. This is when you'll notice them missing deadlines, performing less, and caring less about what they're getting done. These are all really bad signs if you want to keep this top employee. And then your 4th sign is if they are asking for support. If you know your high performers, they're not asking for support. Now, high performers should ask for support when their workload is not manageable, but they don't. They work longer hours, they start doing stuff on the weekend, they start working on their vacations, and before you know it, they're working more hours than many of their team members on their path to burnout. Asking for help or support is often a high performer's last-ditch effort to stay in the company or in the position. When they start to ask for support, when they never have before, this needs to become your top priority to support them. I know because I've been helping them individually for decades, and this is one of the things that I have them start to do before they start to look for employment elsewhere. If your high performer is asking for support, stop overloading them with more tasks and find help for them on the team immediately if you want to keep this employee. Work-life balance is the only way forward to creating sustainable success and work-life balance. You want your employees to have both of these things to retain them and for them to come to work energized. If you like this video, let me know by liking it, and I invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I have a new video released. For next videos to watch, I recommend the top 4 stressors in the workplace and what to do, and overwhelmed, 5-minute meditation to feel supported. When you tell me sustainable work-life balance isn't possible, I'm going to help your team find that belief and change it. Burnout and stress leave are completely preventable. Support your high performers with individualized support. I guarantee you, they need it.